YouTube. Today on the Nighty Librarian, I am going over my May TBR list. I just have to say right off the bat, I am legit so excited to share this TBR list with everybody. It's like, I'm literally so excited about every single book in it. I'm freaking out, so I just want to share it. Let's get into this. I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell you guys. First things first, I have Wrong to Need You by Aliscia. Last month I read the first book in this series called Hate to Want You, and it's just a juicy melodrama with lots and lots of smut. It's exactly what I needed. I don't know what it is about melodrama, there's just something about it that it's so juicy. Like, I need to see what's gonna happen next, even though it's ridiculous. Like, I love it. It'll never, not be my thing. I have to read book 2 because the melodrama is getting even thicker. It's gonna be so juicy. The whole idea here is that kind of long-lost brother comes back, and this woman who is brother's widow, and then long-lost brother, they get together. So it's like his brother's widow. I'm like, oh, it's so juicy. I need to know. Oh my gosh. And if going by the last book, I'm putting that filter on it, I'm fairly certain this is going to be smutty AF. And I just want a nice smutty delight. So I'm so excited for this one. I am also going to be reading From Duke Till Dawn by Evelyn. This is a new author for me. I've heard her compared to Tessa Dare, so I'm going in pretty excited because I'm hoping she's like Tessa Dare. I did get to meet her recently, and she said that all of her books are very both feminist and sex positive, so I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want in historical. I'm not reading for accuracy. This one in particular, it is about this woman, and she's basically a con woman, and she tricks this duke out of a large sum of money, and he was obsessed with her, and then she bounced, and he's been looking for her ever since, and then he finds her, and she's running a gaming hall. So she's like, hey, sup lady, and she's like, oh hey. So awkward reunion, and things, woman's now in actual real trouble, and she has to go back to this duke and say remember last time when I was lying? This time I'm totally not lying. I'm in a lot of trouble. Will you help me? So kind of second chance romance, maybe even enemies to lovers romance. It's all tropey, and I just want to try her out because I'm hoping she's gonna be like Tessa Dare. Fingers crossed. She might not be, but I don't know. I'm excited. It's gonna be good. I'm also going to read Bert Box by Josh Malerman. I really want to see the Netflix movie, but I want to read the book first. So I've been waiting. And then I just met Josh Malerman recently, and I got the book, so I'm like, now is the time. I'm going to do it. So I'm very excited. I mean, it is a Netflix movie, so probably everyone has somewhat of an idea what it's about. But if not, there is this entity in the world, and if you see it, it makes you go crazy and kill yourself. So it follows this woman and 2 small kids, and they have to make it 20 miles downstream in a boat blindfolded to get to this sanctuary. So atmospherically speaking, it's creepy AF. And then I met Josh Malerman, and he was a really cool guy. So I'm hoping that translates into this book. I don't know, I feel like it's at least going to be creepy, and that's what I should get out of it, so I'm pretty excited. I'm also going to be reading 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. This is Sally Thorne's sophomore release. I really love The Hating Game, which is her debut, and so 99% Mine, it's sophomore. Sophomore books are really rough a lot of the time, but I'm going in just open-minded. I'm going to pretend The Hating Game didn't exist. Because I want to I don't want to go in with expectations. I just want to see what this story is right off the bat, because I don't know, it's been out long enough that I've heard things, so I don't want it to just spoil it for me. Because some people have said it's not as good, some people have said it's really good. I don't know, I need to get in here and find out for myself. I'm really excited. I am also going to be reading Nelium by Clare de Liscia because I'm actually on the blog tour. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to be doing a video about Nelium on May 22nd. And so yeah, I have to read it before May 22nd essentially. It's about a girl, prophecy, there's a magic knife, and then she needs to save the world. And I mean, I like girls saving the world, and it seems like kind of interesting. It is an indie book, and I was super excited to like receive it. It was nice enough of them to send it to me, so I'll definitely be doing a video on this later on in the month. So I kind of want to go in blind. I don't really want to read the back again, because I read it once and I don't want to read it again. I'm finally going to read the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. I have been wanting to read this for so freaking long. Like, I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I just haven't. And then I saw it on my shelf and I was like, why haven't I read this? It was like a moment of apoplexy. So I had to pull it off my shelf and be like, all right, this is the month. And I don't even necessarily know 100% what this is about, but like, I mean, look at the cover. The cover's made out of things that make me think it's going to be a good book, and I know that's kind of could be deceiving, but like, it looks like a good fantasy cover. I know so many of my friends have read this and they absolutely love it, so it's one of those books that I'm like, I need to get to, and I need to get to it now. I know it's post-apocalyptic. I believe there's magic. There's like gonna be murder and death and destruction and like all kinds of peril and fantasy-ness and apocalypse-ness. It's a shame that I haven't read this yet, so it's happening. I just got this in the mail and I need to read it right now, so I'm going to be reading The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab. Like, I can't wait. I just can't. I got it. I'm so excited that it's finally in my life. It came with one of those like doobly-doos, like those little stringy bookmarks that's already attached to the book, so it's fancy. And like the end pages are fancy, and it has a fancy foil print. Like, they're going like above and beyond just on fanciness of packaging. It's kind of a cool witch story by V.E. Schwab, and I think witches and V.E. Schwab telling a story about witches, and like every part of my body is so excited. Like all of my soul is rejoicing. It kind of feels a little bit like Baba Yaga-esque. It feels a little bit like the Gingerbread House Witch. It's like, I think there's this witch around and she's snatching up children, as they're prone to do sometimes. They have a taste for baby meat. They shouldn't, but they do. So definitely full of magic, full of witches, full of peril. I definitely want to read this. I need like a good fantasy V.E. Schwab book right now. I'm also going to read Defy Me by Tahereh Mafi. I just can't wait to like know what's gonna happen, because I am that bitch and I did read the last page of this already because I needed to know. Like, I had too much anxiety about this book because the previous book, Restore Me, crushed my soul into little pieces, and it hurt so much that I'm like, is everything just gonna be okay? Just tell me. So I went to the last page and I'm like, all right. Things are gonna be okay. Like, I have so much less anxiety now. I am genuinely so excited to read it. I freaking love spoilers. I know, I'm that bitch. But, Defy Me, it is book 5 of the Shatter Me series, and I need to know. I need to know how they're gonna fix what they messed up and restore me. I need to know. I'm gonna read Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan, and honestly, this is one of my most anticipated reads of the entire year. And I was gonna wait a little bit, and then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna read it now. I couldn't wait. I needed it. I need it. And also, this is the Owl Crate Special Edition. I bought the Owl Crate Special Edition because I read the little blurb about, like, what the secret book is. And I was like, oh, I know what that book is. I'm buying it. Because, like, this gorgeous limited edition cover. And then you open it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look how pretty. This is Let Them Fear Her. I'm like, ugh. Everything about this is magical. I know it is a dark fantasy. I know it's being, like, put out as YA, but I don't think it's actually YA to the best of my ability. I think the only thing that's, like, defining it as YA is that the characters happen to be young people. But, I mean, this isn't a book I would necessarily put in the YA section. It feels like adult fantasy to me. But I do want something, like, good and gory and bloody and, like, magic-y, and it is about a girl who can talk to gods, and then revenge, and all kinds of good stuff. Ah, it's so good. I'm so excited. It reminds me kind of like J. Kristoff vibes. I'm so in. I've been wanting to read this so much. So much. You know, sometimes you just get really excited for books and you just have to hug them, because you're just like, oh my gosh, I love you. I am also going to finally read Bloodwitch by Susan Dennard. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. It's one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and I haven't got around to it till right now. And I am going to be buddy reading this. I am buddy reading it with Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany and Mara from Books Like Whoa. As we have with all of the books in the Witchland series, it's kind of our thing. We're really into this series. And this one features Aedwin, who is my favorite character. He's a blood witch. He can control blood, like his blood in his body, your blood in your body, everybody's blood. And there is a hashtag Baedwin going around because everyone loves Aedwin. He's a great character. There's a hashtag about how great he is. So, just saying. I wanted to mix things up a little bit and just throw in an adult fiction novel. So I have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I've been wanting to read this for such a long time. Great cover. It seems very, it kind of has like a film noir vibe to it from the blurb I've read. It is about a young, kind of no-name journalist who is selected by this very famous old Hollywood star. And she wants to tell her life story. And it's full of like juicy melodrama, noir, old Hollywood style. And I'm like so into that. And I mean, she's wearing an awesome dress on the cover right away. It's very eye-catching. And yeah, I just want to like mix it up. I want something that's different from all the other like gory fantasies or smutty books that I'm reading. I just want something like way different. Totally a palate cleanser book, but I'm actually really excited to read it. I'm also going to be continuing on my Throne of Glass trip, so I have Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. This is book 6 of 7, so I think the only book left after this one is the finale, so I'm getting up there. This one in particular, though, I have heard mixed things about because some people have said that they just don't like it. It's a departure from all the rest of the books of the series. But you know what? A lot of people also said they didn't like Assassin's Blade, and I actually really liked Assassin's Blade. So I have high hopes of me liking this. Also, if I'm not incorrect, I believe this follows Chaol and not Aelin. I think it is like a departure from the main action of the story because it is following a side action plot. But I actually kind of like Chaol. Like, yes, he's sometimes infuriating because he just needs to make up his damn mind. But he's also very fascinating because he needs to make up his damn mind. Like, I like his emotional turmoil and how he thinks about things. So I found him to be a fascinating character. So going in, I think like this might be a book for people like me. If you're not a Chaol fan, you probably wouldn't like it, I think. Last but not least, I am going to be reading one of these 3 books for the Wicked Spirits Book Club. For May, we decided to do an All-Stars month, so we picked previous books that were not selected for other months. The 3 choices are Guilty Pleasures by Laurell K. Hamilton, or Fantasy Lover by Sherilyn Kenyon, or you have The Veil by Chloe Neal. We posted the poll on our Twitter page, which is @BookSpirits. I'll link that down below so you can follow us. And I don't know which one's gonna win yet at the time of me filming this, so it's kind of up in the air. So down at the bottom of the screen, I will write in which one is winning the poll, and future me will know when you know. Ooh. I'm so excited for all the books I have in May. Like, they're so good, right? I feel like I put together such an amazing list, and there are all kinds of different books in there. There's some like romance, there's contemporary romance, there's historical romance, there's fantasy, there's adult fiction, there's all kinds of stuff in there. So it's really cool. I feel like there's a good mix of genres, and all of the books are like made out of things that I know I'm into. So I have such high hopes. I'm really hoping May is like an excellent reading month, and none of these let me down, because I might just be devastated if they let me down. Oh gosh, I was so excited and I didn't realize I could be devastated until right now. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below, which one of these books are you the most fascinated in reading? If you've read any of the books, which ones are your favorites, which ones are your least favorites, let me know down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!